Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Geek Elite Gaming here. I'm going to talk about a few things. So I don't want to just ramble, and it might happen. So I'm just going to get out there and say it. So happy holidays. I hope everybody's doing okay. So if you hear about GTA 6 leaks and all of this, whatever it is besides the trailer, I just want you to know if there ever is online content, like proof of it, just know everything, just like in GTA 5, takes time to get. It's not going to just be there, right? So you're going to have to do the obvious. There's a lot of people that really can't do that, and I understand. It's frustrating, especially on an online game where you could have, players have everything unlocked because they spent money on shark cards or they just spent countless hours on the game doing who knows what, the right things or wrong things. That's bias. In my opinion, I don't think people should be cheating on an online game because that's not fair, but I'm not against them as long as they're not using it against me or other players, but that's a whole nother subject I don't want to even talk about because I feel like I talk about it. It seems like I do it or I'm okay with it. So, anyway, I made a GTA Online account on my PS4 because as a YouTube content creator, I provide helpful videos on how to rank up and accumulate GTA money faster. So instead of showing it like all these other YouTubers, which I appreciate because I gained the knowledge from these GTA YouTubers, some of them, because back then I'd go to GameStop, buy a big book for a lot of money, and it would show you every in and out about the game and where to go. And that took a lot of time, and if the parent or myself would afford it, but thankful to YouTube and game bets are approved, money not to show have to install the game or use, which I don't do. But so I'm just gonna say this: when GTA 6, if there is online content comes out, there should be some things that people should, even if you're like me, should do, and it's to know how to make GTA money in the smallest amounts and get a pat on the back. Like give yourself a pat on the back and know that it's going to accumulate. Or do things that you might not find that fun because it's not paying you out for the time you're putting in, whether it's a race or I'm not telling you to go golfing an event or arm wrestling, but in the game, but there are things like that are challenges on the game. If you go on the menu, you can complete a challenge that's actually not that hard, especially if you have a group of friends you can trust, like the heist challenges. There's a lot of YouTubers that cover it. I don't like to be a repeater here, so that's why I already had a PS4 and Xbox One, right? So I'm a rank over 300, legit over Xbox, and then on PS4 I started brand new, showed the ranking up methods that I did, and yes, I did have the Criminal Enterprise pack, so I already had access to the CEO building, and I started the special cargo, did all of that, and I will say, the professional, the YouTuber, yes, I got the idea from him, but I already did do that kind of stuff before, and I already seen the jump far peak. The methods I did get from him, but I wanted to show it so it got across to viewers better, because although you could zoom in a lot and show that you're rank 1000 or like me, like rank 300, you show that huge RP gain from just doing something so small. It shows the person showing it from scratch. So with that being said, when I do a guide or a walkthrough on a game without showing literally every single thing to do, every button to press, I usually am willing to just play the game and have fun and assume that a gamer can pick up on these things because it's not tedious, it's actually the opposite. It's very simple, and it's like when you click on the game, you want to go and do the most, pay out, get the most payout on heist or you know doing things that are somewhat fun or just known to get a lot of money. I think it's ridiculous how people will spend time on a game and just do repetitive stuff just to get money or repeat those things, you know what I mean? So I'll do playlists on GTA, and that's like races, weird type of things. Like in this video, I thought this race was ridiculous, payout insane, but at my rank, not to brag, I'm just saying I really don't need RP or any type of money on this game, so I did it because it was fun to try, because you never know, you might have a game friend, like a gamer friend, send you a message and say like, hey, you want to do a race or something, on a more legit race instead of something like this, going back and forth, getting thrown off. Is pretty fun. Um, I like the environment with the snow, so this time of the season, the game, it was pretty fun. Me getting blown up in the car, you know, I'm glad I had my insurgent, but anyway, yeah, I tried different things in the game because I regretted just spending most of my time. Literally, as soon as I started playing this game again, started to take money. I never really got enjoyment out of it, so I'm going backwards. I'm actually doing things just to have fun on the game. And this game isn't just about making money and everything. So being said, though, successfully things or trying dumb, get a certain payout or something. And I also want to touch on it could always be different, by the way, not just the weapons or interaction menu. I'm talking about like the fighting style could be completely different when you are on a new GTA game. They fight me. So anyway, when GTA 4 came out, it had a whole different fighting style. I wasn't that fond of it, but that was a new thing because I like it. I'd even give it some really somebody a few months or years since it came out and got everything down. The fact here is that they they're gonna have to still, if they do change it, which I believe they will at least a little bit, um, they'll have a different way of like a combination of fighting or certain things being done. So you don't have to worry about like people that go overboard with combat and I don't mean weapon usage or, vehicle, like weaponized vehicles, because prepare for nerfs. In the beginning of GTA 5, I played it on PS3 when it first came out, and it was horrible graphics. There was like basically nothing to do. It was, I don't even know if there was a rank. Like I said, it was just a player on two. Like, uh, I will tell you, you could expect something that could be very useful like that, like the Oppressor Mark II or even the Mark One, but something to get to point A to point B. I can't say the Mark II will or will not be in GTA 6. I don't think anybody can. I think it's just going to be ridiculous. I'm just going to be biased to say it. I don't like the thing, and I really hope it's not in the game. There's a lot of other players that don't like it. There are things like, even if they have jets in the game and they're really good with missiles and this and that, they're going to eventually nerf those things because, over time, people they put in complaints about how the game's unbalanced. Rockstar, after a few years, hears a complaint and they'll change that stuff. But that's why the Hydra, the Savage, all these things get something that's better than what it used to be. Like the Hydra, the tank, like it all goes in different order here. But these things used to be the top to have in the lobby. Now you just get this flying broomstick, which is known as the Oppressor Mark II, and it just blows everything up. There's always a loophole to any type of nerf they put on it. You just float down and go down in altitude, and the missiles go right over you. Anyway, so if you're in a beach setting, you should know how the games usually they put more of like a Vice City thing, but better. I don't know. That sounds like they might have a lot more missions where you could like work for the military, like in Vice City Stories or something like that. Well, you weren't working for the military, but you just got off the military. But stuff like that. You could also be on the boat and going around and doing more boat-like activities instead of just doing sales, because you can steal boats, stuff like that in the game GTA 6. So just to give you a familiar idea of what you could expect. See if they make this game in Vice and or whatever they're calling it. and they're not gonna have like boat things going on as much. That's gonna be ridiculous. They might actually make it so you could have houses and stuff like that, like actually purchase on water, and have like you could actually break into other players' houses or garages, or their wherever they hold their boats, and it could be like oh, you got your boat taken, pay this amount of money, get out. There's always something going on, but they're really going to definitely create something, at least one thing that's going to take multiple payments to get if you're paying for it, because you don't want to put in the work in the game for it, or they're going to make it so it's going to take a very long time to get it. Yeah, that game, but you'll be able things that don't pay out a lot, and I see a lot of these big YouTubers sometimes complain. Some of them, and I don't subscribe to all of them, only one of them. But they usually complain about the payouts and how they're not, but they're fun. They will say they're fun, but they don't pay out a lot. I'm like, what do you need that money for? If you do something, it's fun. Like, imagine if they didn't pay anything in this game. You're gonna actually complain about that. What are you gonna complain about? So you play something, you have fun, that's that. The cash will accumulate. As long as you're not on CEO or MC for a long period of time, or just playing AFK and getting build in the game, then, and that's not even a lot. So yeah, when people are broke, that's because they're not really, just like real life, they're not really knowing how much money they're spending. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like this video, because I really put in time to do this video, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not like this race, but looking at it right now, and it looks pretty fun. But yeah, do not do this race. I don't think it's fun. See, like that, like sometimes you can watch me do a video and say like, I'm glad I didn't do that,